Alright guys, welcome to another episode of driving. Today the plan is to try to get out of France. We've been quite a lot in France now, so just coming up here now to pick up a trailer, going to Paris, bringing us at least halfway out of France. Let's see, we're taking 12 tons of oil filters. Let's get the Black Schwarzmüller, since we're taking it from Bordoaux to Bordoaux in Paris. It's just getting morning now. It's 5 o'clock in the morning here in game, so we should have a nice day drive for most of the bits. I think I'll put it in reverse a bit early this time now. Let's see. Yeah, hold on. Let's try this. Oh, it worked. Right, so this is the truck. We are still in the Iveco Stralis. It's a manual. It has 560 brake horsepower. I really like it. I mean, it's old school, but it's looked kind of nice, so yeah. Let us hit the road. As you guys can see, the route would be south of Bordeaux, and we go northwise. Just give to Civaux on the left side, so on the western side of it. Continuing northbound, a bit east here. Continuing north towards Bordoaux in Paris. Then we'll try to get something from Paris into Germany or something, anything that's not France. I'm a bit bored of driving here now, and it's also quite boring for you guys, I can imagine, since it's not that many people here. It's kind of empty. Not a lot of people do have to be with. I cut that corner slightly early there, but I just missed it. Alright. We should have enough fuel for this trip. As you guys can see, it's a 751, about there, 750 kilometer trip. We are, as you can see there, we have enough space. We're going to get 31k for 31,000 euros for this trip here, so it's going to be quite nice money in. Might think about changing the truck for the next episode. I don't know what I'm thinking about. It might be a Volvo, the new Volvo FH. And that, in that case, it has 500 brake horsepower, so it's kind of nice. I mean, I would enjoy it. Yeah, so 750 kilometers, and we have 3,200 kilometers left of fuel in it, about there. Although it's decently economical, this truck here. Could be better. Let's not forget, I'm not really that heavy. Let's try to actually make an episode where we don't get kicked, where we don't miss the turn, where we don't get rammed or end up over a fence or something like that, as I did in the LKW drive video. Pressing A and D sends me flying. But yeah, we'll have a nice sunrise at least. It's actually going to be straight ahead, the sunrise, it looks like, or where the mirror is, the left mirror. You can see the sunbeams reflecting through the mirror, through the gaps of the mirror, which is kind of nice. Right. 90 kilometers an hour. Really looks beautiful. crossing this bridge now. And the sun is just over these buildings to the left of us. Really few of the lights. There we are. It's kind of nice though. I'm not going there. No. Let's just jump back into the cab before we do something stupid again. Right. This is quite relaxing though. Driving in the morning. Although mornings and evenings, in other words, sunrise and sunset are the worst times to drive. Number one, the sun is really strong. I mean, as you can see, as many people will notice that a sunrise, it's much more annoying to the eye rather than a sunset. No, rather than normal when it's day. So with sunset, the sun is a lot more powerful, and it's kind of this transition between dark and light outside, which is not so pleasant for your eye. And yeah, it's basically really important to have constantly with you sunglasses when you are driving in sunrise or sunset, to reduce the chance of you not seeing anything. And me as a driver, I know it that many times, or sometimes I do end up forgetting my sunglasses at home before leaving. And sun visor in a car really isn't that efficient. I mean, many times I do end up not being able to see anything. So it's kind of like hoping that you're within your lines, maybe looking into your mirrors, right, to see where you are between lines, but you can't see anything ahead of you. It's kind of scary, especially when on a highway, right? Where you're on a highway driving at about 110 kilometers an hour. But then yet again, that's something you get used to. Although, I do recommend everybody sunglasses when driving. If you already use glasses to be able to see good, then I do still recommend to put sunglasses over it, even though it might look stupid, etc. But it's going to help out a lot for many people. Might think that I might be able to talk a bit about the way that we get our licenses in Norway, since that's quite funny. I find it, or that's kind of nice. I really like the system which is here. When you are 15, you can go and take, it's called Trafikal Grunnkurs, which basically translates to the basics of in traffic, right? It's like the basic course to be able to drive. That consists of 4 evenings, so 4 evening sessions, about an hour and a half each evening, at your local driving school, where they basically teach you theory. It's only theory, there's no exam, there's no tests when you're finished, it's just that they teach you theory, they put some examples up, they teach you how to respond to an accident. You know, if you're the first on the scene. In Norway, you are obligated by law to stop at any accident that you see, to help out. As far as there's no personnel there, no ambulance personnel, you are obligated by law, and you can be put down hard on by police if they find out you didn't stop. So they teach us a bit about that. It's a bit about signs and how they work, the basics, you know, what we really need to know. but practical, like the driving itself, that is what we have to learn on our own. So from 16 years on, if my birthday is on the 30th of June, meaning that at 30th of June at 0001 in the morning, I can already drive when I was 16, right? I could start driving, which was kind of nice. I had done that course, which really teaches you a lot about basics and that, but then it's up on our own to drive. We can drive whatever car we want, as long as it does fit into the B class on your driver's license. I don't know if that's the same way, it should be the same way in the whole world, there's classes of on your driver's license, but as long as it fits in the B class. And you could also drive with a trailer, again, as long as it doesn't require you to have BE, which is a car and trailer license, then you can drive it. But most probably a single axle trailer, a smaller single axle trailer, that works fine. Now the only thing you have to take in mind is you have to have a sign on your car. In this case it's a white font with a big red L in it, which stands for learning, or lærling in Norwegian, basically learning. So you can buy that at any kind of petrol station, car shops, etc. You can get those, plus you'll get a free one from your driver's license, from your driver's school. But in case you break it, since it's magnetic, you just put it onto your car, on the back. You have to be 16 years old of age before you can drive. You obviously have to have a person on the right seat in front with you, and that person must have had his or her driving license for at least 5 years continuously without it being taken or suspended, and she has to be of age 25 at least, meaning that she should have had the license if she took it, or if he or she took it at 18. He or she should have had it at least 7 years. Right, that's again 25 years of age and 5 years of continuously having its license. And then that person can be with you in the seat. You can drive wherever you want as long as it is within Norway. As for example, Sweden does not have this this offering, so we cannot drive over to Sweden. But this is not all. I can drive how much I want. I mean, this license does never expire. We sort of get a small license that we've been to this course and we can drive with supervision, blah 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 blah. This license will never expire. But as long as you are below 25 years of age, you must have a bunch of courses taken before you can actually take your driver's license. And these are again practical tests. A bit of theory, but then a lot of practical. First of all, you start with driving hours with your instructor. If he sees that you're good, you can take these extra courses. We have night driving course where they learn you how to use, first of all, your high beams and how to turn them on, how to turn them off. Then they learn us how to, when overtaking, how to do that, how to spot cars and mirrors better, etc. What to do if somebody flashes at you with the high beams, where to look, where to see exactly, to not get blind. So that's what we learn there. Then what we do have is, if we get past that, we do have landeveiskjøring, which is basically driving on these intercity roads. It's not a highway, but between cities, which usually we do have a speed limit of 80 kilometers an hour in Norway on such roads. If we pass that, and it's winter, which in my case it was, since I was able to take every single course one after each other. And the thing is, if you're not good enough to take a course, then you just have to take more driving lessons, right, and then go home and practice with somebody on the right hand seat. The point is that you can actually, very funny, you then go to having some courses on slippery roads, slippery surfaces. They have remote control animals made out of foam, which pop in front of you, and you have to swerve out of the way. Also a bit of drifting, I could say, etc. It's very funny actually, but at the same time you learn on how to not crash into an object. And it's fixture. If you look at it, you will crash into it. I have mentioned this in a previous episode about the fact, especially on the Calais to Duisburg road, if you see a truck come against you, don't look at it, look where you want to go. So if you look at it, then you will crash into it, since you will automatically steer yourself into him. If you look to the left or the right where you actually want to go, where it's a hole, that's where you will go. So fix your eyes on where you want to go, not where you want to get away from. And it's the same with those animals. If I would look at them, then I would most certainly drive straight into them. Then we learn a bit about anti-lock braking and what effects that has on actually icy roads. So we turn it off, and on our Volvo V40s, which we have at school, the only way to turn it off is by turning off the engine, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, we spun out, obviously, took nearly double the stopping distance without anti-lock brakes as with, plus that we had no control of the car, basically. Now, if you pass that, then you do have overtaking lessons. All of these courses now onwards are with 2 people in the car, 2 students and 1 teacher. We interchange who's driving, etc. Then we have overtaking. We drive in a convoy with about 5 cars from the driver's school, and we all together do. We all drive together and overtake each other on both normal roads, winding roads, country roads, etc. We are taught on how to overtake, how to look, when you, first of all, you have to look that there's nothing ahead, then you put your signal, change lane. Think about this as being the opposite lane. If there's nobody coming ahead, then accelerate. As soon as you pass the other car, start signaling or indicating you want to go back into his lane. And as soon as you can see, we have a rule. As cars do have a mirror up there, right, to be able to see behind. We have really a basic rule which we got taught by them, which is if you can see his headlights, or the car's headlights or truck lights, in that mirror, in your rear view mirror, then you can pull in, on a highway that is. Then you have sufficient distance between you and the car behind, for it to be as safe and comfortable both for you and the car behind, so you don't pop in just in front of him. So yeah, that's kind of a good rule, and I tend to use it on a highway, especially where I know that I have had people pull in after overtaking me on a highway extremely close to me, and it's kind of frustrating. Number one, it's sort of like feeling that he just want to cut you off, so that's why I also respect that. We do also have a lot of city driving. One special driving hour that we need to do alone is city driving, where we learn to drive in the city, everything with right hand yielding, as it's called. I don't know if that's what it's called in English, but in Norwegian it's høyreregel. When you don't have a sign if you do have to yield or not, then you basically yield for every single car that comes from your right hand side. So yeah, even though you might be on the main road and he's on a smaller road, if there's no sign that he needs to yield, then you must yield if he's on your right hand side. So yeah, that's what we learned. Then it's over to this is the best one of this driving courses. If you get past these, then it will be Sweden drive, Sweden tour. It's about a 6 hour, 7 hour, maybe even 8 hour drive. Totally. We leave in the morning. Again, 2 people in the car, so 2 students, 1 instructor. We change who drives and who doesn't. We drive on a, I'd say, B road towards Sweden, right? There's the main road on the highway, but that's boring, right? So we also do have highway driving as a special lesson again. But then we do this driving on P roads towards Sweden, which is kind of cool. And this is also the only time we will be able to drive in Sweden, since there's a rule that with a school instructor you can drive in Sweden. It's a bit funny driving there a bit faster, seeing their systems, etc., and driving on their roads, interpreting their signs, etc. for the first time. So I drove to the nearest shopping centre, which is in Svinesund, Nordby Center, where either way all Norwegians drive to, because food is cheaper there and everything in general is cheaper there, so we just drive there. But it's kind of cool, you know. And then we take the road back again. But then we do take the highway. On the way back, we do take the highway. On the way there, we do take the B road. We get about 2 hours of shopping. We can take whatever we want. We can fill up the trunk with whatever we want, as long as it fits in. They said it's fine by them. In the end, it's our money we're using, right? There are 2 parts. This is called långvägskörning, so long drives, basically. This is they do have 2 parts. This is the first one, the Sweden tour, and then we do also have the city tour, which takes us to Oslo, and in my case it's about 30 kilometers away. This time we are on our own, in the way that we plan the route. We get a map with checkpoints. We gotta be there, we gotta be there, we gotta be this checkpoint, we gotta be this checkpoint, we gotta be this checkpoint, this checkpoint, right? We get addresses, we get etc. It's up to us how we plan it. Again, we are 2 in the car, so we plan together. It's up to us how we manage to plan these routes. And the teachers really don't look at what we planned. They say fine. And this is also the last test, so we don't get help. You know, this is for them to, first of all, for us to prove to them what we've learned mainly, and what we can, so that they can judge if we need more driving hours with them. And it's also to build up our own confidence by driving without their help, so alone, basically. Which is kind of cool, actually, being able to plan your own routes. The negative thing about Oslo is that it is constantly under construction. So we used Google Maps and also the iPhone map app, which is made with TomTom. I personally like that a bit more than Google Maps, since I'm bored of Google Maps. That's my own opinion. We used that one mainly, and Google Maps instead. So searching up some addresses, because we got like a stadium which we didn't know the address of. We searched up on Google Maps, etc. And we made ourselves sort of an instruction with turn left there, follow this sign, follow that sign, etc. on the paper. So we'd have that. We were not allowed to put the GPS. So it's not like plumping in the GPS. We actually had to plan it on the paper, like with instructions to what to do. So that's obviously kind of nice. Also, the driver could not do anything, since the passenger, which was behind, that was the person who was the leader, sort of. The passenger was the map reader, and you as a driver couldn't do anything on your own. So you can make a decision that let's do left turn here. You need to consult yourself with your passenger. It's kind of nice. Again, a bit of chaos in Oslo, but all in all, it was a great experience. I had many fun moments, especially there's such a good community within Learn, which is the driving school. Such a great community in there. I mean, we did stupid things with each of our cars, you know, and those the drive where we did on slippery roads. I mean, we, funny enough, we, what was the best thing which we did was that we opened the trunk before one of the cars started to roll down the hill to test out whatever on slippery roads, which was so fun since we did so many stupid things that it's incredible. But then, yeah, at the same time I need to look where I'm driving again. So yeah, it was really, really fun. I really enjoyed it. I am one of those guys who didn't have to have many driving lessons because I did it well. And he said, you know what, finish quickly and then go home and just drive, you know, since I had every single thing done, right, every single course done. Which is kind of nice. So I finished all of the courses before I was 17, leaving me 1 year plus some months to exercise and home. And I had obviously learned everything. Then we have at 17 and a half, so half a year before you are 18, you can take the theory test. Theory test consists of 43 questions. I can't really remember now. You go to Statens vegvesen, which is basically the company or etc., the state company which runs the roads and everything that's got to do with them, registration of cars, etc. You go there, you pay on the spot the money for the test. You get a computer. You answer the questions. These questions are the question with 4 answer alternatives where 1 is correct. And it's always going to be 1 which is correct. It's not going to be 2 or 3 or none. It's always going to be 1 answer will be correct. You can have a maximum of 8 allowed faults or in the questions. And you do have 90 minutes to finish it. I think it is. Or 90 or 60 minutes. I think it's an hour. So I guess you have 60 minutes to finish these questions. You're not allowed to have anything. No, you actually sort of strip down of every single technology which you might have on you. I mean, we are stripped down of phone, even a watch is not allowed. You have everything you need on your computer. You don't even have a mouse. Actually, you don't have a keyboard, but you have a mouse. You have a calculator on your PC, which is up there. You have a scratch pad there, which you can move things, etc. If you need to, if you need to make calculations on stopping distances, etc. I managed to get 3 faults. I'm happy with it. I mean, I know my faults were kind of stupid, since you could get a sort of a summary of what you did wrong in the driving test. So I had a look at it, and I saw that those answers which I did wrong were really stupidly wrong. I mean, yeah, it could have been better. But I'm happy I passed it. I didn't bother doing it then. I rather waited a bit more and actually studied for the test. It's about 65 euros, so the test. It's kind of expensive, and you don't really want to fail at it, and you also have to wait 2 weeks before you can take the next test. So yeah, you wouldn't really want to splash out a bit amount of money on it. So I did wait until about May, start of May. Or it was either end of April or start of May when I did it. Which is kind of nice. I'm happy that I got through it the first time, the first try without having any kind of issues. I mean, I have friends who managed to get 7 faults. You know. Oh, is it? No, it's actually 7 allowed faults. Yeah, sorry. I've had friends who have got 7 faults, which is the maximum. You still get it. You you can have a maximum of 7 faults allowed, so 8 faults would be too much. But 7 is okay. It's kind of crazy, you know, looking at it. And I'm really kind of happy that I got it. Thing is, I'd really love to get my practical test, which I can take on the day, which many Norwegians take it on their birthday. But hence I'm gone. I am gone, or I leave 2 days before I can take my test. I leave 2 days before my birthday. I leave on 28th of June, as I said, and my birthday is 30th. Meaning that I'm just gonna miss it. You know, I'm not gonna be able to take that driving test until I'm back. But I mean, I can't really do anything about it. That's when I do have the holiday. I guess I just have to respect the fact that I do have my holiday then and live with it. It's actually kind of full here in Paris. It's kind of amazing. Oh, I should have got it. Alright, you know what? What we'll do is we'll turn around here. Yeah, you know, you don't come in with about 100 kilometers an hour into a roundabout. That's not really how things go. I was actually in the roundabout before him. I always we are standing still. Again. Georgian whiskey flag. I guess it would say Stralis. Let's go into trade walks. I'm just clipping that. Yeah, really. I'm not gonna let him in. I'm in an uncollision area. We have to park ahead. Chinese guy there is kind of crazy, I guess. Okay, let's see, easy parking, easy parking. Okay, let's see. Changing to low range gearbox now. I was watching my phone at the same time, I just got a notification, that's why I braked a bit so that I wouldn't do something stupid. Let's see. Go straight and see if we can turn it in here now. A bit more now. There we are. It's actually kind of straight. I mean, the trailer is... There we are. As a trailer, it's actually kind of straight. I don't care about the tracks. It doesn't have to be straight. I mean, the trailer is straight. Right, let's see. What do we have out of here now, quickly? Anything that will get us out of Paris. Rotterdam. Reims. Said no to that. Okay, you know what? Rotterdam is the only one. Pot flowers. And it's actually Iveco is just here, so it's on this side of Paris, which is kind of nice. Can we actually change it into 7th, straight on 7th? Are we riding the clutch a bit? Yes, we can. I'm using a range gearbox, so I press a button. I do start off with gear 1 to 6 and then 7 to 12 after that, after I press the range button. That's wrong gear. Who's this idiot? Right. I do have a thing, you know, for people who got corners. I don't move out of their way. it's going to be maybe I believe it's going to be sort of a learning lesson for them to stop acting like idiots and stop actually cutting corners, since it won't get them any further any quicker, and it will just piss people off. It's the worst thing I know of is when somebody cuts your corner. Right, where do you go into Eco? Guess where the sign is. Let's see. Is it here? Yes, it is. Is the pickup point? Right, so it's 3 tons of pot flowers going to Rotterdam. It's gonna be kind of nice. Let's go. Right, where is it? There it is. There's nothing there now. Yeah, okay, good. Right, let's see now. Let's see if we can get in here now. We have nothing ahead of us apart from that. I didn't see that one there. I only saw those green ones, the smaller ones. I didn't really see that one. Yeah, that was kind of stupid. I didn't see it in the mirror either, the one ahead of me. Let's see, do we manage to get in here now? No, we're not in. No, we kind of a stupid angle as well. No, we should be in. There we are. Alright. Watch. Alright, so this is what we're going to take today now. Very nice, this trailer then. It's not impersonating IKEA at all, like you wouldn't guess. Do hope I have nothing there so I can actually take this turn here now. He's coming there. I can take the turn without being on his lane, so just cutting a bit of the grass there. Don't mind that. Should have gone the other way. Perfect. Epic. I really need to start. Okay. Yeah, but you see, I don't want to do that. I want to take the other way around, which is a highway, wasn't it? Let's see. Doesn't it make through? Oh. There we are. Much better. I really wanted to take the highway, it's going to be quicker. Right. Go around this roundabout now. So now we do have 450 kilometers about there, taking it to Postbed in Rotterdam. It's a bit busy in Rotterdam, which is kind of nice. And from there I do have many options to go into interesting places. Many people might think it's kind of stupid for me to cut roundabouts, but when there's nobody here, I do really prefer to cut them since it's faster, number one. Plus it's safer, you don't put that much stress on the suspension when doing a less sharp turn. It's going to be better for your truck. So we're getting off here now to the highway. I can really just accelerate, get it up to 90. Do a double shift now to 11th, putting on cruise control. And let me guess, we're going to end up in the... So this was actually a lane. Getting up soon in toll booth, so I can bet on you. Yeah. Fuel, we do have more than enough. It's not even... What does it actually do? 40. Well, that's... With this load, it's only 3 tons. It's not like even having a load on it. You actually have a total of about 8 tons, since the trailer weighs about 4-ish. guess this would be doing contracts, right, for others. Forgot to look at the route, but I guess it's kind of going north and eastwards out. Might end up going through Brussels and then up towards Rotterdam. I don't know. I really don't know. So yeah, for the next episode I think I'll be switching over to why do I know that name? Is that Iveco? Right. Next episode might be switching trucks to the Volvo FH, the new one, the 2012 model, with obviously 500 horsepower, which will be nice in my opinion. Really looking forward to it. Let's see now, get into 8th. Getting the speed down to about 40 kilometers an hour. Really, it says you should be down at 30, but those 10 kilometers per hour extra is kind of nice to have, and you do barely get past the barrier, so I'm happy. As long as I can manage to get past it, I don't see why I shouldn't. I'm not used to this truck being this light. I'm used to it being a bit more heavy. It's going through the gears a bit quicker than I thought. That's a Romanian Stochitakatalin 2197. Judging by the name of him. It's kind of nice that it's in the morning now, so I'm actually driving in daylight. I will most probably end up doing a convoy, at least one convoy today, I hope. See what's up and which convoy is actually on today and at what hour. I'll see if I can join it. Judging by this truck doesn't really have this many options. I mean, judging by the fact that Iveco have added in so many buttons on the center console, you would think that you should be able to, well, fill up the whole button slots with things, but judging by the fact it doesn't really have this many. Although those options also might well be for other trucks. I can see that guy. For other trucks like the off-road trucks, etc., the Iveco, I can't remember the name of it, etc., for those which might have more options like liftable axles and yeah, those kind of options. This lane does not... Oh, it did actually. I thought this lane would not merge. Apparently it did. You know, you don't have to honk. Let me guess, you're also a Chinese guy who likes honking. Very nice name though. 12085681008. It's like, you don't do this in real life. You don't overtake somebody by honking and flashing your lights in their face. I mean, it's up to every and each driver to look in their mirrors, and I saw him trying to overtake. If I put music on, if you guys wondered, the times when I put music on, it is no copyright sounds, so yeah, I mean, if you guys don't like that music, then just tell me, so I'll stop putting it on, I'll find something else to put in there. But at the moment, every time I put in music, it's a Spotify list of mine with no copyright sounds, so yeah. And we are, as a matter of fact, already up at the speed. Up at 90, yeah. Does that China guy have lag? 195. Could be worse though. Leon, Taiwan, I guess, TW. Man, I don't really get it. Is just a question for anybody who's from France. I mean, do you guys don't pay road taxes or something like this? Since you have a million toll booths. It's like you guys don't pay taxes or what? Since I've always constantly seen it that you have a million toll booths. Getting into cities, getting out of cities, getting onto highway, getting out of highway. It's like, if you guys don't pay road taxes, then I get it. But elsewise, I don't really see why you would have this many toll booths. I mean, look, just if I look at my map, I can already see 3 toll booths around me. One on the highway, and then 2 for exiting the highway into small country roads. That's what I don't get. If I'll have time today, I might actually do one American Truck Simulator video. American Truck Sim, I'm also running American Truck Sim in Miles. Really in a stupid situation here. I can't get away. Okay, he's slower than me. Yeah, I wanted to move out of the lane so that the guy coming up on the acceleration pad there could have passed me. But since this Liu Hong was passing me, I couldn't really move to the left lane. But he was actually slow enough for me to be able to pass the guy. Sorry if you can hear some car sounds, motorbikes, etc. out of in the microphone, but it is actually kind of hot here in Norway. Way too hot for Norway. So we had 28 degrees Celsius the last few days, which, well, for usual people, normal people, that sounds little. It could be worse, you guys could say, but it's Norway, and the humidity makes 29 degrees. 28, 29 degrees feel a lot more. It feels like 40. So yeah, that's why I really have to have my window open. If I don't have my window open, I'm going to be dying of heat. That guy isn't really happy with me. It's a Russian guy. He wanted to overtake me, then he... What's this tagging? 1, 2, 3, 6. Wow, sorry. Nah, well, I'm also good at typing now. Just, I don't get it. I see so many people also honking and flashing the lights when passing each other. I mean, I get it if it's a company. So if I see an LKW driver, I would honk and flash my lights at him or something. I would just honk him and flash just my lights. But I'm not doing it to every single person who passes me. It's just annoying. The thing is, Zero, the horn, it is there not to swear, not to say hi, but it's there for emergency situations. Right, so if somebody cuts in front of you, then you can honk. Then you can honk at him, you know, since he crossed your path, and that would be not that safe. Are you kidding with me? What's a blockhead? I'm gonna cut him back into my lane. It's not my fault that he goes as a bazooka. He goes at the speed of a... Will he ram me now? That's the good question. So I'm with my foot on the brake in case he doesn't ram me. It's amazing. Right, that goes on the off-ramp. I don't want to be there. I'll be towards Rotterdam. Oh, we are actually in Belgium. I didn't really notice that until now. Right, we're in Belgium. I'm expecting more trucks to be around Belgium, since Brussels is one of the roads going between the Calais and Duisburg road, which is up ahead now. It's just starting to come alive into the northern side of the map. Yeah. There's a lot of trucks here now. Trucks joining this highway. Let's see. One is ahead of me. The car is blocked there. It's stuck. That's about it. We do now only have 120 kilometers, so it's quite a decently quick run though. Which isn't that bad, I guess. Well, this is also about a 1 hour video, I guess it will be. I haven't really looked at the time when I started recording. I sort of lost time, but I'm happy I'm out of France. I've done quite some drive now in France. It's really the main reason I want to get out of France. It's not because I don't like it, it's just because I want to have a bit more action, especially for you guys. A bit more trucks, as it's, as I said, it's kind of like the Wild West when it comes to not being that many people in France, due to the Viva La France DLC. Rotterdam is ahead. This is the Calais to Duisburg road, which obviously many people. There you go. Leg spike. Some people here now. 15 only. Because this is that. Yeah, this is the worst intersection. It's that one where you have a queue up to an hour. It's not this many people there. It could be worse. Usually is worse. Kind of empty, actually. It's kind of nice in lots of ways. So we're in the last stretch now. It's the stretch towards Rotterdam. Do we anticipate some drivers in Rotterdam as well? Only 72 kilometers to go. Shortly, I guess we'll be in Netherlands. The Netherlands. And then again, if you guys have any suggestions or tips or things you want me to do differently, then leave a comment below and say what you want me to do differently, and I'll have a look at them. And I said I'm reading all the comments. So thanks again for the support and the views. So I know I only have 28 subscribers, but again, thank you for the 28 subscribers and the guys who actually watch the videos. Really happy about that. What's this guy doing? If he can... Would you just drive? Thank you. You know, when you drive slowly and I'm going to overtake you, that's not when you... Yeah, there's a car coming up behind me with amazing speeds. Sorry guys, I just had to take a phone call. It's kind of important. Again, I'll not leave this bit in. It was maybe 5 minutes, but then yet again, not a big fan of cutting out. So, yeah. We can jump 2 gears in this truck now. Such light. Right, it's only 55 players here. Let's see. Right, let's see, this is going to be funny. The reason why this is going to be funny is how many people actually care about the road rules. Right. 227. This guy did 2098. Does not care. Truck rolling forwards. It might be a downhill. He goes there. Zooms past. Let's see. Maybe it's going to get actually. There we go, green. 5th gear. 7th gear. This is going to be fun. Buddy who's leaving. Amazing. We need to do a left turn at the end if we're going to Post Ben. So this concludes our trip today. Get into gear. Yeah, I didn't get into gear. My gear lever was slipping between 2 gears. So I had some minor issues. Right, let's see. Can we nail the parking one last time? Oh, it's there. Right, okay. Let's go straight ahead. Turn. Trade into the lower range gearbox as we're turning. Got to go through you. That'll be great if you were good. There should be low range now. Ah, perfect. Go through me. So I can see a lot now. Yeah, perfect. I can't really see anything as he's there. That's way too sharp. I can actually see things. Did I? I didn't. Perfect, more people going through me, I mean... Good, go through me. Right, there we are. Wow, there. Okay, that's done. Let's just move it a centimetre. Move it in here. This little space here. Perfect. There we are. Yeah, again, thank you very much for watching. Smash that like, share the video, comment on it, and subscribe for more content. Yet again, thank you guys for the support. See you guys soon.